Hello Virgo, so I'm doing your weekly reading for December the 2nd to the 9th. I'm going to take a look at what is going on with your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We'll look at anything that's going on in your blind spots, what it is that's working for you, and of course how it is all likely going to play out as well. Okay, so you have got the Milky Way's embrace, and this one says you're connected to all, trust in the cosmic web that unites everything. Okay, so with this one, I feel that this is indicating that you're feeling connections a lot stronger than usual. Okay, you're probably soaking up information from literally everywhere, right? You're walking into a room at the moment and you're feeling everything. The stuff that doesn't belong to you, the stuff that is yours, and it all kind of feels like it's getting a little bit too much, okay? Because this one, with it saying you're connected to all, yeah, you're feeling that as well. On every level. At the bottom of the deck is the Lunar Temple, and it says find sanctuary within yourself. Use this time for spiritual healing and renewal. Okay, so it can be difficult to disconnect from the energies that don't belong to you. I would say it takes time and it takes practice, okay? But at some point you will get there. You will be able to quickly discern what belongs to you and what belongs to others, okay? Spirit's asking for you to find that sanctuary within yourself so that you can familiarize yourself. Am I on the wrong camera? I am on the wrong camera. So that you can familiarize yourself with your normal baseline of energies, if that makes sense. And that's going to help you to be able to discern between yours and others a lot quicker, once you recognize your own baseline, as it were. Okay, so let's take a deeper dive into this energy. Can you tell us more about Virgo's situation and how they're picking up on everything from everyone at this point in time? Okay, yeah, the Knight of Cups. Compassion, feelings, emotions, the emotions of others, and I feel that it's likely getting to you to the point where it's changing up your own emotions and affecting your own emotions as well, with that being Knight of Cups energy. What else for Virgos? Thank you. The Hermit, that one's come out squiffy, as has this one, the Star. Yeah, the Star coming out off center like that can indicate confusion, a sense of feeling lost or directionless. It's literally the need to get back to your normal. Okay, what is normal for you with this Hermit coming out? Now obviously this is your major arcana and it came out ever so slightly off center, which tells me at the moment this energy, or what you're experiencing right now, is making you feel really, really uncomfortable. And of course it would be making you feel uncomfortable because it's confusing, right? When you're being an energetic sponge, it can be really, really confusing. Maybe you work with others in some kind of healing or caring capacity, okay, like surgeons, doctors, nurses, psychologists, spiritual healers, okay, like the list is endless. You probably work within some kind of field where you're working with other people, like constantly, and a lot of people constantly, and so you're being exposed to this constant bombardment of ailments and illnesses and negativity and everyone's crap and everyone else's problems, right? Yeah, it's that constant bombardment, and it's really, it's getting too much, right? It's getting too much. There's only so much that a person can take, and that's why Spirit's telling you over here to find or create that inner sanctuary within yourself, okay, that no one else can touch, that no one else can reach. Okay, so why is this happening? The cosmic cloak. Yeah, when you consider a cloak, it's all encompassing, it's enveloping. Yeah, you're protected by the universe. Trust that cosmic forces are shielding you. Okay, so you've got additional universal protections that are coming through for you at this time, that is helping to protect your energy. Of course, you could do some things to help yourself out as well, because there's only so much that Spirit can do on your behalf. Maybe some sort of cleansing rituals and protective rituals, that sort of thing. Try, if you're able, I know not everyone is able to, create a little sanctuary type space in your own home, if that's possible, that no one else is allowed to go into, okay? And whenever you're in that space, no one else is allowed to bother you, okay? Again, little things like that can really go a long way to help you sort of detoxify yourself from everyone else's crap and bullshit, and you know how it goes. The Two of Swords. Okay, so apparently you feeling hypersensitive to others' energies and emotions is leaving you feeling like you're unable to make clear, concise decisions at this time with the Two of Swords. It feels to me as if you're on the verge of completely retreating back into your shell, and Spirit's saying that's not needed at this time. You just need to step back rather than a total retreat, okay? Can you tell us more about why this is happening for Virgo? Yeah, the Tower. Everything's changing up. Yeah, so it's like you're also contending with situations and circumstances that are legitimately outside of your control as well. Okay, with the Two of Swords and the Tower for why this is happening. You can't control what other people do, right? You can only control your own response or your own reaction to it. There's something very sudden, very disruptive that's going on with this energy. So if you just give me a minute, I'm going to grab another deck, because we need to take a closer look into that. Okay, what is this Tower? What's going on with this Tower for Virgo? Okay, the Hierophant and the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. Because that's coming through as like a teacher or a leader. Now, traditionally, the Hierophant is either very religious or very spiritual. They are different from each other. But ultimately, it's a leader, okay? You see these people listening here. They are this person's followers. They're hanging off every word that they say. And the Four of Pentacles. Okay, that one feels like frustration to me. So, here's the thing. Here's what I'm getting with this combination. You're growing tired, anxious, and frustrated. Maybe even a bit annoyed. It's under the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's been building for a long while. It's been going on for a long time. Or you've been observing this going on for a long while, where other people tend to hang off the words of certain individuals who are not being helpful, Okay, so it's like either religious leaders or spiritual leaders, people who have put themselves in positions of power, and other people are listening to what it is that they're saying, hanging off at every word, quite possibly putting them on a pedestal. And it's not good, it's not helpful, nor beneficial. And it's like your frustration building up within this either religious or spiritual community, because it's actually stopping people from growing, from expanding. And it feels to me almost as if you're under the impression here that you're fighting a losing battle, okay? So with you working within some kind of healing environment or healing profession here, what you're seeing is people who genuinely need help are going to the wrong leaders and the wrong teachers, because ultimately they're finding themselves stuck, okay, because the advice that they're given, it's not healing, it's not helpful, it's not beneficial in any way, shape or form. So we've got this frustration within you that's building up because you genuinely do want to help people. You genuinely do want to see the best for others, and that they're just not getting the help, or you're just not getting the help that you or they are entitled to, basically. Yeah, I mean that goes on quite a lot in both the medical professional world and the spiritual and religious worlds. Like there is definitely those types of environments that is a part of the problem rather than being part of the solution. So yeah, that's why all of this is happening, with you being super sensitive to energies and emotions of others around you. It's part of that desire that you want to help people, but the people are going to individuals who quite honestly have only got their own best interests in their mind, I would say at heart, but kind of feels like they don't have a heart. To be honest, do you know what I mean? It's like it feels to me like certain individuals are positioning themselves deliberately in those types of places, just as that they can be put on a pedestal, just as that they can be told how great and wonderful and fantastic they are, and they don't actually give a crap about the people that they are leading, guiding or advising. Okay, that's why you got this Tower energy coming in with the Two of Swords. It's like you can see this disaster happening, you can see the writings on the wall, and you're like, why are other people so fucking stupid? Why are they so blind to what is actually going on? Why can't they see what I can see, which is actually they're having more damage being caused to them, rather than them being helped. Okay, so you've got universal guidance and protection that's coming in for you guys, because I genuinely feel like you're being positioned to in such a way where the individuals who are genuinely in need of proper help are going to be able to find you. Okay, and then on top of that, you're going to have your own reservations about you being put in that kind of position yourself. And then you've got all these questions, excuse me with my throat, you've got all these kind of questions that's coming up from you. Am I good enough? Do you know what I mean? Would I just be as arrogant as these other people that I have a problem with, by thinking that I'm better than them or good enough to be in that position instead? Do you know what I mean? So there's a whole bunch of lots of different things going on with this energy. is all extremely, extremely catalytic energy as well, Virgo. So I would say not just over the next week, but definitely over the next couple of months. Watch this space and watch the signs that that Spirit gives you very, very closely. Okay, because you are being, and I don't like the word elevated. However, I do struggle to find a better word for it at this time, but you are being put in an elevated position and you're not expecting it. Okay? Right, so, and it has been a long time coming. Right, what's going on in your blind spots? The lunar nodes, and this one says, your karmic path calls. Your karmic path calls. Now I ask you. I mean, the word karmic, I know a lot of people tend to use that in its negative sense. Literally just means soul lesson. Okay. It doesn't indicate whether it's a good soul lesson or a bad one. It just indicates it's a soul lesson. Or a soul journey, okay? But again, doesn't indicate if it's positive or negative. It is what you make it, right? This is part of your karmic path. It's like you're supposed to get irritated with the situation that you're witnessing going on. Because once you feel that irritation, you're going to feel compelled to stand up and do something about it, which is fantastic. So your karmic path calls, follow the cosmic direction of your destiny. Okay? So yeah, this is absolutely your moment to shine. And that's the thing, you're not doing it because you want attention, or because you want followers, or because you want to be put on a pedestal, or do you know what I mean? It's like, those are not the reasons behind why you're doing this. The reasons are obvious. The reasons are obvious because you're one of the rare ones who sees what's going on, who sees the vulnerability, and you're like, nah. We're not doing this anymore. We're just not doing this anymore. What else is in Virgo's blind spot, please, to do with their karmic path? Thank you. Yeah, see, Four of Pentacles. Look how that one's come out. It's come out squiffy. Slowly but surely, those who are stuck, those who are genuinely needing help, and at the moment, things are just being made worse for them because they're not getting the right kind of help, or healing, or therapy, or whatever, right? Slowly but surely, they're going to start to come around. They are going to start to realize the ways in which they have been tricked, and the ways in which they have also contributed to themselves being stuck. Now, obviously, Virgo, if you recognize your own self as being the one who's currently stuck, from your own growth and from your own healing, because you yourself might have been listening to unhealthy, dodgy, or uneducated, really badass advice, and it's been keeping you stuck, then slowly and surely you're going to see through the bullshit, and you're going to see it for exactly what it is, right? This is slowly but surely becoming more free in the way of good choices, good decision making, no longer feeling like you have to hold on to anything, okay? Because there's a slow release with this energy. Very, very slow release. Can you tell us more about Virgo's blind spot? See, once you start going down that particular rabbit hole, it's amazing what you find. Yeah, look, the Three of Cups in the upright position. Those that you want to help, and yourself included, because you are going to be helping yourself through this process as well, are going to be incredibly happy. Okay. It feels to me, Virgo, like you're breathing fresh air into what is, or what would otherwise be, a very stale, stagnant situation. Okay. You're breathing fresh air into it. You're breathing life into it, and with it you're bringing hope. Okay, so yeah, it's not just about purely helping others, because it is helpful to you by the same token, and it's healing for you as well, because you're no longer going to be walking around with these high levels of anxiety and frustration at the pure state of this particular environment. Okay. Okay, so it's working for you at this time, the astral gateway, and it says a portal opens to step through and access higher realms of spiritual wisdom. Okay, so yeah, we never stop learning. There's always opportunities to further our education on any topic, on any subject, and Virgo, you're being pointed specifically towards spiritual wisdom. Okay, so there's literally no such thing as having read all the books and having put everything into practice and having experienced absolutely everything, right? There's just no such thing. We learn constantly, no matter how old we get to become, right? Learning is a constant process. So yeah, keep doing your research and keep applying the wisdom that you're learning. Okay, can you tell us more about what is working for Virgo, please? Okay, yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. See, you've got a lot to give, and the most important thing that you're giving, because I know with you guys being Virgo, you do like to give to others quite a lot. Again, limits to that, okay? Learn your own limits with that. But the point is, the most important gift that you're giving at the moment is you're planting seeds with others. And you can only guess how that's going to go, because these are beautiful, positive, look at the halo around there, healing seeds, okay? You're planting ideas in other people's heads about how they can take back their own power, their own control, either over their own health or over their own spiritual journey, whichever avenue that this is about, because obviously not every Virgo is dealing with the exact same situation, okay? But the energy, the strongest overall energy is going to be the same no matter how you apply it. You're planting seeds of growth, wisdom, strength, it's a card of productivity, so you're planting productive seeds in people's heads, right? And it's empowering for them, of course. It's also empowering for you as well, because this combination is saying that you much prefer to take the angle of leading by example. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely very, very important. And that's definitely what is going to be very beneficial for you. Okay, lead by example. Right. Okay, so how is this all likely going to play out? You've got the galactic flame. I straight away want to say that you're igniting fire up people's butts at the moment, which is wonderful. It says, ignite your passion or passions. Cosmic fire fuels your journey towards your transformation. Yeah. So everybody benefits, basically. Everybody benefits from this particular journey that you're currently on. It feels very sort of Phoenix fire type energy, doesn't it? The galactic flame. It's very, very important, Virgo, for you to breathe life into your passions, okay? At the moment I can see that your passions are purely led by what is right and what is wrong, and you can see at the moment, it's not like you're overly judgmental or anything like that, okay? That's ego out of control. That's not what I'm talking about. It's basically because it's Hierophant, it's models and ethics, and at the moment you can see that there is something deeply immoral and unethical that's going on, and you're the one, not in an arrogant way, that knows that you can do something about it, that you can contribute to this environment in a very positive, healing way, because you feel that passionate about it, right? Listen, if we didn't feel passionate about anything, then we wouldn't have any drive to see it through to the end, right? Because this is not going to be an easy endeavor, not by a long shot, right? So you need that passion as your fuel to get you through the difficult moments and the challenges, right? If you didn't have passion for it, you'd give up at the first hurdle. Do you know what I mean? So it's really important that you acknowledge that passion that you feel, as what the card's telling you, okay? Because it is your fuel, ultimately. Yeah, so this is how it's likely going to play out. Your passion, your desire to see positive change is going to guarantee that you contribute to the positive change. Yeah, look, see, High Priestess, very spiritual energies coming out. And again, you would have seen that this card came out ever so slightly squiffy, okay, which again, it's about your own self-doubt, okay? So listen, you are still going to experience those moments of self-doubt, right? Any reasonable, any well-rounded, well-balanced person would experience self-doubt, okay? Clearly to me, you're not narcissistic or, do you know what I mean, personality disordered that believes that you can do no wrong and this, that, and next. Like, you're not one of those. So, of course, you're going to see the High Priestess coming out squiffy. Of course, there's going to be that self-doubt at times. They're saying here, you have to trust in yourself. You have to trust in your own abilities. Trust in the wisdom and the knowledge that you have. And of course, your own intuition, okay? We don't just say that just to fill the airwaves. It is vital that you do trust and listen to your intuition, okay? And I feel that over time, and with practice, Virgo, you're going to feel more comfortable with no longer second guessing yourself and your own intuition, okay? Eventually, over time, it'll just become like second nature to you, okay? But you're not quite there at that stage yet. That's why it came out squiffy. But again, that's a good thing, because it demonstrates to you that you're not like personality disordered or anything. Do you know what I mean? Because it's important for us to still question ourselves. Did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? But you're not holding on to it with a death grip anymore and going over and over and over it until you've gone 3 days without sleep. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're not holding on to it like that anymore. You just sort of, you're going to be able to sit there and go, okay, let's run through the process again in my head. Did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I react accordingly? I did this bit right. I did that bit right. However, my reaction to it, I still need to work on that bit. So, do you know what I mean? And You've thought it through and then you've released it. Okay. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Because that, for me, straight away tells me that, yes, the universe has done the right thing. They have hired or promoted the right type of person for this sort of thing, for this sort of job. Okay. Because you still have that ability to think everything through and to be logical. Yeah, death energy, of course. Life-changing. Life-changing. That's how this is going to play out. But not only that, you're going to be changing the lives of others too, which is absolutely phenomenal. And remembering what I said about that one being the Phoenix fire, Phoenix has to burn down to ash, to nothing first. So yeah, the death card would indicate that as well. Definitely. Okay, yeah, King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There it is. There it is. Emotional strength. Emotional healing. Emotional availability. Right? You feeling comfortable in your own skin. You being able to discern, okay, that energy that I'm picking up there, that belongs to that person. This one over here, that belongs to me. No more confusion about who's who and what's what. Beautiful. What is it that Virgo needs to focus on at this point in time, please? Remember, anything that comes out of a tarot read, it is just a temperature check, okay? Anything that you don't like, you can change. It's not set in stone, okay? Tarot is literally just checking the temperature. Right, so live the future version of yourself right now. So imagine who it is that you would want to be in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, and start living that version of yourself right here, right now, okay? It says you're already that person, deserving, you have arrived, bucket list, and achieving your dream. Okay? So when your passions are channeled correctly, you can achieve anything. Heart-mind union, harmony of the heart, which is joy and vision, with the mind, which is plan and action, faster manifestation and highest vibration. Okay? So yeah, keep your vibe high, as they like to say. Creating reality. Live your best life by design, by your design, Virgo. You have amazing experiences, freedom lifestyle, and infinite potential. So what are you going to do with it all? Okay, that question is for you to answer and only for you, but it is time for you to start sowing the seeds of your own potential. Serenity, taking care of your vibration, positive environment, clear space, chakra or energy balancing, and I would say clearing and protection there as well. Okay, so yeah, your focus is to create a positive, relaxing environment as best you can for yourself. Okay. Trust the process. Everything always works out. Something better is on the horizon. Have total confidence in universe. Yeah. So Spirit has not made a mistake at all by putting you in this kind of position, Virgo. Okay. They definitely have not. Listen, they know what they're doing. Okay. They know what they're doing. They know who to promote and who to demote. They know what the fuck they're doing. Trust in that process. Okay, so for some naughty affirmations for a bit of a laugh at the end of your reading. If you're not into swearing, then just go stick a cork or something in your ears. Right. Okay, fine. I won't give up, but I will swear the entire time. Yeah. That's understandable, Virgo. It's understandable. You are allowed to swear all the way there, okay? But the universe is saying, that's fine, Virgo, as long as you get the fucking job done. Okay, look, you can fucking do the thing. See, I told you. Here's one for you to say every morning when you wake up. I'm a fucking badass. Okay? Popularity is overrated, so obviously not everybody is gonna particularly agree with you or necessarily like you, and you know what, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. Learn to be okay with it. All right. because not everybody's going to be for you either. Okay, tell anxiety to piss off. And I'm only as blind as I choose to be. Right? So that's saying about illusions and stuff, and how we all have the choice as to whether or not we choose to live in truth or choose to live in illusions. Okay, but yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.